Welcome,
Yes.
Matthew. Welcome. welcome to the studio. How's it feel?
A little bit intimidating to have the lights in front of my face, but the beer's helping.
That's good. That's good. What have you been up to? Been ages since I've seen you, man. Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too long.
It's too long. Too long.
Yeah. What have you been doing to?
Not much. Thinking about doing this with you. Thinking of concept ideas and what we should call ourselves.
So you've got a lot of good ideas in.
Well, I was thinking we could start with, from the man that brought us Lomats and the guy in the pictures of Lomats. Something. Start off with that.
I was thinking we're gonna have to
explain.
We're gonna have to make a separate video that is like an introduction to you and why we're here, why we're doing this.
Well, I don't think it needs to be just about me.
No, but it is about you. Thing. This is your show. This is about you, man. I'm just steering the ship.
Yeah.
He
thinks it's only about him.
There's no one there, Matt. You're talking to there's no one there.
I mean, but they will be watching. Hopefully,
there's no one there.
So you can pretend there's someone there.
I was saying this the other night. Like we got to treat this
as
we treat this.
Okay. I got to treat it like a professional. Pretend that there are people going to watch this shit. The camera's over there, Dean. Please engage our audience.
There's no one here, Matt.
There's no one here yet. We'll have
guests.
It's
just you and me talking shit. This is consider this for like archival purposes, right?
Archival.
So think about like lolmats, right? So think about what that is, right? That's something that like you and me and anyone else that knows you, right? We look back on every couple of years or whatever and have a laugh. It's like an archive of like us, right? Mm-hmm. This is just the next logical step.
The next logical step.
Yeah.
So video.
Yeah.
And audio.
Yeah. Our what?
Misadventures that we was going to say.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So like I think of it as like this, right? So this is just our general shit talking, right? And we're gonna put the best bits into like individual videos, and so it's something we can look back on in like years to come and go, look at us talking shit. Hey, remember that time we talked about that funny thing and Matt said something really smart.
Yeah, smart.
And we all laughed.
I love that.
We got it on this video. That's the point. That's the idea, to capture your golden moments. But feel free, right? If you wanna take advantage of the time and the space to like poke some fun at me, if that's something you think you're gonna get some enjoyment out of, be my guest.
I
know you enjoy making me squirm, but remember, the show's about you. Right. So a couple of important factors I should probably tell you before we really get into this. Number one, it's running off battery. I wanted to run that off power, but it doesn't seem to want to do that at the same time.
So we've got
60% battery. Number two, the majority of Sony, like this isn't a DSLR, but it's like do you know what a mirrorless is?
No.
It's like almost the equivalent. It's close enough, right?
Why is it always close enough with you? Like the screen even tells you that you don't even know what's close enough.
Most.
I really hope that is how the image is going to come out.
No. It's my jerry-rigged HDMI cable. Look, it's classic Dean, right? This is exactly what you should expect. What I'm trying to say is...
Doing it on the dodge and on the fly.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, I want to try and get like an hour's worth of footage. But A, that's going to be penning the battery. And B, the limit thing, once it cuts out, you just hit record again and it starts again. So that might come up soon, right?
Fair enough.
And
we're only on 4 minutes and we're already having technical issues.
What could possibly go wrong?
And I love that you distance Sony with their limitations, but like I can look around the room and you've got their brand everywhere. Product placement much? Sony, you want to give us some free shit?
I love Sony now. I didn't love Sony back when they were competing against Sega.
If Sony can send me a PlayStation 4, I'll love them.
Are you 5 minutes into a video that nobody's watching, and you're trying to...
Product placement, yeah, who cares?
Fine, whatever. So, with those points aside...
well, you're wearing my girlfriend's favourite game on your shirt.
Yeah, what was that thing again?
Fucking hell.
What's it called? Something, what'd you say?
Unstable Unicorns.
So, is this actually... a thing from it, or is it something that looks similar?
I think it's the same design. We'll check you out. Oh, well... I can't read that.
No.
T-Turtle. That's the same people that make them, so yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. So, let's,
Why does it have to be about me? Why can't it just be us? The 2 out of 6.
Well, it is us, but the comedy's in you.
Mm-hmm.
You like...
I do better when I have someone to bounce off, though.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, like, I don't imagine... I mean, you could. It would be probably interesting to watch you
do stand
individually
up.
on... Well, maybe.
I've been asked to do that a few times.
You've been asked to do stand-up?
Yes, I have. And it's not... I've done karaoke, but doing something that's your own is a little bit harder, I think, because you kind of have to, like, bear a little bit of yourself. This is why this is interesting. See, like, people's reactions to our ugly mugs on the internet.
No one's watching.
Oh, well, we're putting this up.
Yeah, but no one's watching.
That's only because you perceive no one will watch.
No one's watching this, man.
I bet you someone will watch it.
No, let's discuss a few of the... Yeah, the setup procedure, right? So firstly, we need a name, right? I got a couple ideas.
All right.
I don't know if you got a couple ideas.
Spin them.
Okay, so... Like, some of these are shit. They're probably all shit. but point is,
like any idea that Triple J has, it sounds like shit, but then eventually you hear it over and over again, you're like, it's funny. So it's fine.
Yeah. Out with the...
Oh,
Shank and Triple J.
Everyone knows that I like Triple J. Love them. And I'm very jealous that I didn't go to Splendor and Grass, but they did a really good coverage of it. So,
yes, they do. They do.
You know.
They're great for that. Look, this is off topic. What were we saying? Oh, yes, the name.
Yes.
Never off topic. No, that's a good point. That's a good point. That could be... We could jig that as a potential name if we can think of something clever for it. But look...
What's the topic?
No, never off topic.
Never off
something
topic?
around that.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Never off topic, right. So I thought the Shodcast.
The what?
The Shodcast.
Because it's shoddy.
Yeah. Well, no. No, because my uncle's called Shodrick, and I decided to name it after him.
And you wonder why I don't want it about me. Shodrick, uncle, lover, I don't know what you want. Anyway.
Oh my god.
This beer is going straight to my head.
Good. 2. 15 minutes of lame.
15 minutes of lame.
Yeah. Instead of 15 minutes of fame.
Fair enough.
Yeah. 3, I stole this from you the other night, because I thought it was great. 2 out of 6 ain't bad.
I think that was...
that is clever.
Suits us pretty well.
That is really, really clever. That was, like, high five worthy. Did I high five you for it?
No, you didn't. I've got it on film too now.
That's great.
Like,
great.
you know.
So there was that. The bro and the mo.
The bro and the mo.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you're the mo, and I'm just the bro.
What do you reckon? What? You're guessing.
Well, what happens if I come on?
Who says bro
and
all the
I've
time?
got a mo too?
Who says bro all the time?
I don't realise I do it that often. But
Say it all the time.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know, Essence of Matthew.
Essence of Matthew, please no.
And it's not about me, it's about us. So that's a bit too specific for you.
Yeah.
So
because then it will be based more on me, which I don't know. Like I enjoy having something to collaborate on instead of just focusing on one part.
Okay, that's alright. That's alright. Did you have some ideas for names yourself?
Logan Bogans. I don't know. Just random crap.
So no,
not really.
Okay, all right. I think 2 out of 6 would be better.
Well, then let's
because there's like a good inside. It's a good inside, you know.
Yeah,
in the 0.004% chance that we have like anybody see this, it'll be a good inside joke because it won't make sense to anyone except for us.
But eventually they'll find out, which would be something.
Well, yeah, maybe. Do you want to settle on that, or do you want to think about it?
No, we'll settle on that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. 2 out of 6 ain't bad. There you go. So yeah. Anyway, what were we up to?
I have no idea. We were talking about concepts and names.
Yeah.
And how we discuss history without publicly shaming these people.
Yes.
Or usually me.
I think another running like concept or theme. We keep this simple, right? This is about right now. This is about the conversation.
For me, my aspect of it is to get out and just hang out and do me stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
as in like
not having responsibilities, dad stuff.
You're coming here doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just having a reprieve and doing something fun. Like, I don't care how far and famous or anything like that. It's just more the fun of it. Like, honestly, like hanging out, being a bloke, or just talking shit. Even though everyone has the same kind of history with their friends and shit. It's just our story to tell, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good way to look at it.
So you want all the mannerisms in an hour in 10:20s?
Just whatever you've got to say.
Yeah.
Don't force anything. Don't treat it like you've had a cheese pizza and you've got the next day you're having some trouble or something.
No, that's the opposite.
Opposite.
Yeah.
Cheese pizza helps.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah, lactose intolerance.
Oh yeah. I'd be both ends for you, wouldn't it?
No, what? No, I don't vomit because I'm lactose intolerant. I just get the runs.
I don't know how it works. I'm the opposite. I'm like
you get plugged up like a cheese ball.
No. I'm very lactose tolerant. I love dairy. I love cheese. I love all that shit. That's what I'm trying to say, right?
What's your regular bowel motion? Like daily, weekly, what?
Daily in almost all cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like early morning, got to start your routine.
I'm about normally around like midday, and then I've about a 50% maybe ratio, like maybe again in the afternoon.
I love how it always goes to poo. That's one of my things. Like it's always around the toilet.
Yeah, everyone's got to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
I just have to deal with it more than others.
Yeah, well, you not so much anymore. Like
my clients.
Sorry. I mean, yeah. Sorry.
My children have grown out of, except for my son who keeps telling me that I need to wipe his butt. I think he's afraid of like leaving like the little marks in his underwear.
Skid marks.
Yeah.
Technical term.
Skid marks. Yes.
This is great. Our first episode, we've already
touched on poo.
Yeah.
There's so many stories about poos.
Yeah, there is. That's a story I wouldn't mind.
Which one?
Capturing. I was gonna say the TAFE one.
Oh, why does it have to start with
because it's the best one? No, I was saying
my favourite one's still the one in the bushes when we went to Bribey and Corey found it after the night after. He almost slipped in it.
I don't quite. And we're back again. What were we talking about before? Oh, the poo story in the bushes at.
We'll leave that for a proper episode if this is not going to go on. Come on. Are we recording this to go on then? You want this story to be one of their first ones?
Well, I mean, if you want. This is our pilot episode. So
the pilot episode, Matt and his turd. Hold hands, hand. I don't.
Well, do you want to? I mean, you've already touched on it. You might as well follow through. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
Well, I have to continue. You are the one brought it up. So what story would you like to hear?
No, the one you started telling before the video fucking shut down.
The one that the TAFE one, or do you want me to talk about the one that we did in Bribey or Stradbroke?
I think go the Stradbroke one first because I think the TAFE one, like, that's a classic. That's a classic Matt story, and that we'll make a bigger deal about that.
So this story starts off with, what we were 20s, 23s. Early 20s.
Did you say was this Stratty or Bribey?
Stratty.
Oh, so this
one of the times that we went out and camped in
early 20s before it'd be like 23 at the latest.
So we're going out in Padge, the old Pajero. Decided we go camping in frickin' Stradbroke, which I always really enjoyed.
It was great. I miss that so much.
I really.
The next 4-wheel drive I get, I'm fucking.
We need to go somewhere where there's a toilet. And then we'd avoid these.
Look,
I hate pooping in the frickin' bush. Anyway, after seeing someone's failed attempt at shitting in the ocean and then the turd coming at them, I was like,
that was Captain, right?
Yeah, that was Captain.
Yeah.
So Captain goes into the ocean and thinks, I'm gonna do a turd, and doesn't realise that the ocean will bring it back to him because of the current.
Yeah.
I was like, nah. I foresee bad things happening in my future if I shit in the ocean, especially after all the alcohol we consumed. So I was like, okay, I really need to go. I'm really drunk at this point because it's the middle of the night. And yeah, basically went behind the campsite up this little dune and then behind it, and then there was a tree and it was hanging. Now, I was the biggest guy then, so I was really unbalanced when it came to alcohol and everything. So I thought, ingenious, and I've never pushed out a dookie in the bush, so, you know, I wasn't too understanding on the etiquette of how it worked.
Yeah.
So I just, you know, took my pants off and my undies off just in case, hung them up on that tree, and then I held onto the tree and then, you know, did kind of a little bit of a squat and came out naturally.
You held onto the tree?
Like the branch. Hang like a monkey kind of thing. And just.
Were you suspended in the air? Or
no, just hanging.
Still touching the ground.
Still touching the ground with my legs.
Just sort of lowered yourself down a bit.
Yeah. So you got the right, you know, position.
Angles. Yeah, geometry.
Yeah, that's right.
Correct geometry.
You know,
yeah.
So it comes out nicely. I didn't.
So that's the whole, like, knees up thing where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I didn't want it to hit me, though, either. You know, I knew what was coming. So, like, that's why the pants and underwear were off.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm bracing for impact kind of situation there, hanging off the tree.
Yeah.
Well, I just let it rip and came out like lava and didn't have much form. So, but, you know, fixed myself up. I had toilet paper, cleaned myself up, then I washed my hands and then went back to where we were. But I didn't realize the etiquette was you dig a hole, you do it, and then you cover it up. So I left it there.
You just dropped it straight where it was.
Yeah, but it was further like it was a kind of a quite good distance from where we were camped, and then there's nothing the mile can see. Like, so
yeah.
I didn't think someone would go to my tree and discover what I made.
Yeah.
Until the next morning, and then someone was like hacking
Captain.
Yep. Yeah, he went out to do some business and he was almost vomiting where he found my deposits. Yeah. So I think the shit was on him that time. Oh. No. Skip that. I'm warming up.
Only pilot episode. It's alright.
Yeah. There's tons of stories about you guys almost killing me on my bowels. Alcohol was usually included.
Usually what?
Included. It didn't come out that way because I think there was a bit of a burp thing going there.
Okay.
We need backstory. We need to know. Okay, so who you are. You haven't even introduced yourself, I don't think. Like,
to who?
To whoever watches this.
No one there!
But this is going to be our first episode. We should have an introduction recorded. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. You are.
Introduction to what? About what?
Just yourself. You have to introduce yourself. Okay, I'm Matt. Apparently this is...
Yeah, give me a demonstration. So,
3, 2, 1. Don't steal my bit. That was...
Go ahead.
Why do I have to start this?
Because
you're the one that wants to... You're the narrator, right? So, you should come up with an awesome introduction.
I think host is maybe... No, not host. Like, I'm just... It doesn't matter what I am, alright. The point... You asked me to give an introduction, right?
Are you my... Am I, like... What are you?
Handler.
You're my...
Why introduction? Why is it like?
Well, come on! Like the first video is like, who the fuck are these two idiots?
Well,
like,
I
have a condition. Okay, I'm allowed to burp. Small stomach. Remember, stomach surgery, lost weight, looking good. Just like our friendship, huh? It's a condition.
Yeah. It was an unusual.
Well, that's where we should start. We should start with the introduction. Should be our story, the first story.
Okay, all right, let's do that.
So, back in the past.
So this is going to be the first, like, I've edited video before in like very small bits and pieces many years ago. Yeah. This will be my first like proper big job, right? We'll see after it's come out, right? If I'm good enough. If I work out how to do it well enough, right, I'll put in an effect here. You ready? So whatever it is, it'll be fitting, right? I want you to do what you just did again.
No. It's already been done.
I'll just copy paste it again.
Yeah, you have to copy paste.
Right. So this is where it'll happen.
Yeah.
If I can do it. And if it doesn't, then this is what they're going to be... Anyway. So okay,
the segment will start with...
Yeah.
Backstory. Alright? So we'll start with that. Yeah. So, how did we meet, Dean? Like, what is your first memory of meeting this handsome young devil that you call a friend now?
Look, I would have seen you around. I would have spoken to you before the incident that we're about to refer to.
First of all, dislike me because of the friend I had.
He was alright. He was just
annoying. Everyone thought he was annoying, and that's why I liked him, because he was interesting. I liked people that had character.
Okay.
And when I met you, I realized you had character.
Oh.
Well, no, it's not every day that someone tries to assault you with a Ken set.
So that was the indication for my character.
No, it was more of like, this guy's got balls. It's interesting. Like, you know, like other people just ignored us, except for you, who had this passion about hating us for some reason. Or what was going on? We were annoying you or something?
Yeah. But it was mostly you. Like any like negative feelings I had towards you, it wasn't because of who you hung out with. If anything, it would have been the opposite. I would have preferred at the time. at the time, I would have thought
I was the worst.
I would have thought he was bad. No, in the lead up to the incident, right? In that lesson of class or whatever, like leading up to that, yeah, it was you. It was you that was being a dick for whatever. I don't know what you were doing, but
classic Matt.
Bro, yeah, year 9, right?
Year 8.
No,
Yeah, he was only in year 8. He didn't go to year 9. That's when I first met him.
Yeah. Because
he didn't come into year 9 or 10.
I think 9.
Yeah. Like, came in later as well. Bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so apparently I annoyed you enough that we were sitting in class and you were sitting with...
And you know, okay, admittedly we were like either 12 or 13 years old at the time, right?
Oh, yeah.
In year 8. So, admittedly, you know that it takes a lot to get me to
riled up. That's why it was interesting.
How many times have you seen me angry? Like, properly angry?
Only a handful, and I think I've only caused one time. It's that one time.
Yeah, and we're talking in, like, what was that, 2001?
Yeah.
We're talking in almost 20 years.
Mm. I've seen you angry or disappointed in me before. Like, I've had that. I'm disappointed in you. Okay, we'll go back to the other story first. So, basically, we're in a class, and I think it was English or something, and me and were being stupid idiots. And then either you or Kevin said something, like, snarky, and I was like, fuck you guys, so I started annoying you more, I think it was. And then I think I threw a rubber at you.
You did, there was definitely, like,
That was provocation.
I'm not
gonna lie. Yeah. That was total, like, me and you were, like, exchanging words, and it was just getting, like, it was between me, you, and, like, he stood out, and it was just, like, you decided to say something. I was like, yeah, fuck you guys, then. And I'm like, you guys like, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, blah, blah, blah. It kept annoying you until the point where you went from 0 to 100, and it was just, like, this face of, like,
and I remember, like, I didn't, like, get up and walk to you. You stood up and you started walking, like, you walked past, because I remember I came up from behind and cracked you in the back of the head, right?
I thought you threw it.
No. I, like, I had it in my hand. I hit you a couple of... So
so you remember... I remember... I remember someone threw something at me and that was it.
No. Like, my memory was that, like, you got up and, like... I don't know if you said something on the way past, or if you'd thrown your shit. You probably did at the same as well. Like, you threw your shit or whatever. You stood up and, like, started walking past, because, like, the memory in my head's like, I'm sitting at a table, you're, like, you're walking away on my left, and I've, like, stood up, come up behind you with a Kent set, like, lid thing. The
tin container of...
I think it was actually as class...
I think it was maths.
I think it was as class was finishing, because I'm pretty sure, like I don't remember there being many people around. Like,
no, yeah.
I think it was like everyone had sort of f***ed off or whatever. You'd stood up and started walking past and were probably talking shit to me as well. You didn't even look at me. You weren't like, you didn't see it coming. I've stood up, like, you know, walked up to you or whatever, and, like, from kind of behind, like, cracked you 2 or 3 times in the back of the head, and you just... you no-sold it, which is a wrestling term, as in like you were just like you didn't even react, pretty much. Like I've gone bang 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 like in the back of the head with a tin case, and you totally no-sold it, and we're just like, yeah, whatever. But the teacher saw it. Remember, we got sat down at like at the table.
Oh, I was there.
Do you not remember this?
Nah.
Dude, no. Okay, so we got sent to the office, and then you and I had to sit down with this teacher and talk about what happened and talk about our feelings and try to... Do you not remember this?
Nah.
Dude, I guess, yeah,
so this is all blank.
Yeah. And we had to, discuss, like, why it happened, you know, like, how we...
As 12, 13-year-olds.
Yeah. We didn't give a f***. Like, like by the time we'd done what we did, it was just gone. It was like, meh, whatever. But like we had to sit down and talk about it, and like talk about how, you know, it wasn't going to happen, and how we were going to make up and become friends, or whatever the shit was, right? Do you not remember that at all? Yeah. It was lame as shit, but we had to do it.
That's probably why I blocked it out. It's just like, meh.
But we had to do it. But after that point, like, I don't know what happened, but obviously we didn't care. Like,
you're right. After that, there was no bad blood after that.
No, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Like, I didn't give a shit because, like, I was like, that was weak as shit. Like, I've been hit harder, so I was like,
Yeah.
Like, and you weren't pissing. Like, I knew it. I had it coming. Most probably. That's why I was kind of like nonchalant about it. Like,
very respectful of you. This is the other factor, right? You know, when I did clobber you with this fucking thing, you could have turned around and just flattened me on the spot. So yeah, anyway, like the point was that like nothing happened afterwards, and we carried on. And
I don't think we made friends until year 9.
Like, see that little yellow...
Is it temperature gauge?
Yeah, because...
It's overheating from my sexiness?
Sure, yeah.